I stepped onto the 14th floor of a building with only 10 stories. I still have the blue ink pen I took from the waiting room. It was a Tuesday night last October. I was working late on a massive audit for my accounting firm. Our office took up the entire 8th floor of the McIntyre building downtown. The McIntyre is a squat, brutalist concrete block. It has exactly 10 floors. I know this because I smoked on the roof every day at lunch, right above floor 10. At 8 in the evening, I finally packed up my laptop. The office was empty. I walked out to the elevator bank and pressed the down arrow. The doors opened immediately. I stepped inside, hit the button for the lobby, and pulled out my phone to check my emails. I felt the subtle lurch of the cab moving, but the pressure in my ears felt wrong. We were going up. I looked at the digital display above the door. The red numbers ticked past 9, then 10. My stomach dropped. There was no floor 11. The numbers kept climbing. 12. 13. 14. The elevator dinged. The door slid open. I expected to see the exposed brick and machinery of an elevator shaft. Instead, I was looking at a waiting room. The air smelled sharply of mint and rubbing alcohol. The floor was covered in dark green carpet. There were rows of beige fabric chairs and a large frosted glass window with a sliding slot, exactly like a doctor's clinic. Soft jazz was playing from a speaker somewhere down the hall. I stepped out of the elevator. My shoes made no sound on the thick carpet. I walked over to the glass window. The lights were on behind it, but I could not see anyone moving. Sitting on the ledge of the sliding window was a ceramic mug filled with pens. My hands were shaking. I do not know why I did it, but I reached out and took one. I just wanted something solid to hold on to. Right as my fingers closed around the plastic barrel, a phone started ringing loudly behind the glass. I backed away fast. I practically ran back into the elevator and slammed my hand against the lobby button. The doors closed. The numbers ticked down rapidly. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. When the doors opened again, I was in the familiar marble lobby of the ground floor. Our night guard, David, was sitting at his desk reading a paperback. I walked up to him, trying to keep my voice steady. I asked him if they were doing construction on the roof. He looked at me like I was crazy. I told him the elevator just took me to the 14th floor. David laughed. He pointed to the brass directory plaque on the wall. He reminded me the building only has 10 floors. The roof sits directly on top of the 10th floor ceiling. There is no physical space for an 11th floor, let alone a 14th. I stood there staring at the brass plaque. The highest listed office was floor 10. I walked outside into the cold night air. I reached into my coat pocket. My fingers brushed against smooth plastic. I pulled it out under the street lamp. It was a blue ink pen. Printed on the side in crisp white lettering were the words Oakwood Dental, 14th floor.